Hi, I'm Nick. This is Jen. We're both clinicians here at Complete Physical Therapy. Today, I want to show you how you can use flossing band. This is VooDoo band, and how to improve mobility, decrease pain with something pretty common, plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis or tendinosis, tendinopathy, whatever you want to call it. I want to kind of show you how to wrap it, and then we're going to show you a couple movement patterns that we want to do to try to loosen that tissue up. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start about mid-foot. I don't want to get too far out here because I don't want to compress these toes together when I do this. I'm also going to pull a little bit tighter in the areas that I think I want to get more stretch and movement, probably the bottom of the foot and the back of the Achilles when I do that. I like to start with laying over the top here, and I'm going to just pull upward a little bit. I'm going to grab some tissue right there, and I'm going to start working my way towards the heel. Each time I'm going to grab a little more tissue there and overlap. It gets a little trickier on the backside here. I want to make sure that I encapsulate the whole heel and not create a gap in here. So at one point in time, I'm going to have to make a turn here. And I'm still going to capture underneath there. That's the tricky part right there. Then I'm going to start working my way up the Achilles here. After I get this up the Achilles away, I'm going to have Jen do some self-mobilizations just with her hand and how we can stretch there. Once again, a little tricky part here is tucking this underneath itself like that. Okay, I'm going to have her cross her leg here and kind of show you. You can see the bottom of this heel is completely encapsulated. Have you come around here and we'll show this here real quick. There's no spaces in here. We got a continuum from underneath the foot up the back of the leg here. We do talk about a superficial back line. This is a component of that. So she's going to show you how you can kind of twist and turn there a little bit. There's a tugging motion. If there's tightness, especially if she has some Achilles tendonitis, tendinopathy, or plantar fasciitis, she'll really feel that when she's trying to get that tissue moving. Next, I'm going to have her demonstrate a couple active movement in a standing position and loading this a little bit more. She's going to go over here by the wall. And she can tell it's tight, it's restricted, but she's going to rock in and out here. Good. Once again, we're getting a nice tugging, pulling in this area. Jen wants you to drop that foot back into more of a standard runner stretch, and she can rock forward there. You can see her knee is staying straight this time. Jen, why don't you add at the end of that, going up on your toe, knee straight, pump all the way through. We're making those tendons glide back and forth as she goes through that motion. Good. Let's go ahead and come over by the stairs here, Jen. We're actually going to prop up her big toe into extension. That creates even a tighter sensation in what we call the plantar fascia. We're going to stretch and move in that. You imagine if you're running, jumping, pushing off your big toe, this is a great way to mobilize that tissue. Last but not least, Jen, let's have you on the bottom step doing a step down, keeping your heel on the ground. Once again, people will often feel this early in the morning with plantar fasciitis trying to go down the stairs. This is a functional movement where she can really start to loosen that tissue. Once again, we're only going to keep the band on for about 3 to 5 minutes and maybe 15 to 20 reps in each position. And that's how we can use VooDoo band to loosen up your heel.